Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
It's Wednesday night, you know what that means. It's time to bring this UPSL Georgia Premier Spring Season to a close. It's Kalonji Pro Profile, it's Atlanta City United FC, and it's next. Hello everyone, welcome to Shiloh Stadium here in Snellville, Georgia for the final match of the UPSL Georgia Premier Division Spring Season. Larry Weber here alongside Andre Bomar, and Andre, we're finally closing out this crazy match of a crazy season that is the spring season.
Yeah, it's been an incredible season in the Premier Division. A lot of unexpected things that have been happening, and it all culminates today. And there's still something to play for Kalonji Pro Profile. There's a little bit for Atlanta City to finish out with for this season. But yeah, it's been incredible.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the table in which it stands right now. We got to first give out all the congratulations to Dalton United, the inaugural season for them in the Premier Division, and they did exactly like they did in their first season in the fall in Division 1. They dominated. They were able to find their way into victory after a good fight at North Georgia United last weekend, and able to pull away with a victory, which allowed them to lift the regular season trophy, the second regular season trophy in a very, very young organization.
Yeah, amazing to see what Dalton United has done in 2 seasons with the UPSL. The first, they won the Division 1 title last season, going away, dominated that division. And this season, they really were at the top all along. And I think that early on when we were discussing this, we were thinking, okay, Dalton's doing very well, but there was not the thought that they could actually come through and actually win another title. But they've done it, and they've proven themselves, and it's going to be an interesting playoff.
So for Atlanta United Academy, they are back to where they've been the last few seasons. They're back in that bridesmaid position, the second seed as of right now. It's usually been Kalonji Pro Profile, the ones that have broken the hearts of Atlanta United Academy. This year, it gets to be Dalton United. But Kalonji Pro Profile, they still have something to play for in this match. They are 7 goals behind Atlanta United Academy. If they were able to win by 8 goals tonight, which is a very, very high task, If they were able to win by 8 goals, they would leapfrog Atlanta United into the 2nd seed. And the nice thing about the 1st and 2nd seeds is you get a bye in the 1st round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's something that Kalonji would probably really want. They've had a glut of games this past week, of making up some of the games they had to put on hold because of MLS Next. And this is no different. This is another makeup game, and all the rest of the division is finished this past weekend, and this one's bled through to today, and the playoffs start this weekend. So they would love to have an extra weekend off if they can get it, but it's not going to be an easy task against a vastly improved Atlanta City, who had a terrible start to the season, but now they're playing more of sort of that mid-table type of, and they can play a spoiler here really easily.
So depending on what the end of this match happens, 3rd seed will welcome North Georgia United this coming weekend, whether it be Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
And then FC Birmingham, who Coach Goldfarb was able to get through. They struggled at the beginning of the season, but Coach Goldfarb got them moving on the right direction, and they slowly gained traction throughout the season, and they find themselves in the playoffs for the 2nd time in a row. They're also going to be, this will be their 2nd home game where they will be in the playoffs. They were stunned last season by Vinotinto. Can they come out on top of the team that we did not expect to see in the playoffs? Los Tigres, Club the Strongest Atlanta, they find their way into the playoffs built on 2 things. One, a good form of play in the end of the season, and an absolute collapse by Atlanta Rovers FC.
Yeah, probably one of the most, aside from LGSA ended up in the relegation zone, that collapse by Atlanta Rovers was very surprising. And I didn't see that coming. They were one of my picks to take the division, actually. So, very disappointing to see them out of the playoffs, but they got the Regional Cup coming up. They're going to be participating in that. And then, get ready for the fall season, which doesn't take that much longer to get to.
And we were able to cover that great relegation match from Sunday. Legends FC pulling out a victory over LGSA. LGSA in the position that we would never expect them to be, in the relegation zone. They have been a powerhouse in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division since its inception. They were able to represent the UPSL Georgia in the fall division into the national playoffs. They lost in that 1st round to Beeman United, and they just really haven't been the same team since.
Yeah, they're undergoing a bit of a rebuilding. Coach Jose has been looking to find a younger team to come up, a little bit more dedicated players, and some of his players have gone on to other careers. But I don't think even he would have thought that they would have done this poorly this season. But his reserve team is doing very well. He has some good young talent coming through. So they should be able to bounce right back up. That would be my prediction for the fall season.
And then we end up at the end with Vinotinto and Atlanta City FC. So we're going to take a pause for 1 second on the mic, and we will let the national anthem happen, and we'll be back to get us ready for the match between Atlanta City FC and Kalonji Pro Profile. All right, welcome back to Shiloh Stadium for this last of the spring season for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. If we go ahead and take a look at the playoff bracket as it stands right now, like we were saying, Dalton United and right now Atlanta United Academy are going to get a bye till next week. This weekend will be Kalonji Pro Profile. Unless they are able to win here by more than 8 goals, they will welcome North Georgia United here back to Shiloh Stadium. Just a couple weeks ago, they were able to beat North Georgia United here 7-3, and then FC Birmingham will welcome Los Tigres, Club the Strongest, to Alabama for their second home playoff game in their inception since being here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Really like to see what Coach Goldfarb has in store this time around.
Yeah, I think that Coach Goldfarb is going to learn from the situation that had happened last year with Vino Tinto. I think they'll be ready. He has a lot of experience. The team is clicking right now. And so it's going to be interesting. Got this new blood, of course, with Dalton United and North Georgia in there. It's going to be unexpected, just like the regular season has been. So,
and it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do in the playoffs. Let's take a real quick look at the lineups for tonight. You can see Atlanta United lineup. They are going to be playing in this Kalonji Pro Atlanta Cities. They're playing in a 4-3-3. Both are playing in a 4-3-3. Coach Dual, you see there, he's got his typical attacking midfielder, number 17, Musese. Will he be able to dictate the pace in the midfield? We'll look at Kalonji Pro Profile real quick. One of the things that we'll see is Henry in the back. You also got Amioko up on top is how he's going to get us started. And we are underway here at Shiloh Stadium. Kalonji is going to get us started. They're in their all-white kits. They are moving from right to left. Atlanta City in their new black and white striped kits. They're going to be moving from left to right. Kalonji trying to move down the left flank, unable to keep the ball in. It's out for a corner or a throw. Excuse me. Again, early in this match, they're trying to move down that left-hand side using the wingers. Able to regain possession, move it back to Henry, and we'll get this restarted in the attack of Atlanta, or as Kalonji Pro Profile. One of the things about Kalonji, like you were saying, Dre, this is a team that has put in a lot of minutes this spring season, both here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division as well as the MLS next season.
Oh,
here's a good attack
here
from Kalonji. Shot taken, and it's a goal already off the bat. Could have been considered a handball as that ball was bouncing into the box, but not called. And it's going to be a quick goal for Kalonji Pro Profile.
Wow, what a goal. And just like that, they've come in and just really looking at what they have to do.
That one was just with quick pace. We're only in the second minute, and it's already 1-0 Kalonji Pro Profile. I think they listen to the fact that they know that they need those 8-goal difference so that they can find themselves with a much-needed week off to get healthy and get right back into it.
I think that's the motivation. I mean, you know, right from the kickoff, they were looking to really make a statement, and now they have the perfect start to their campaign to get that bye week. So a long way to go, and Atlanta City is not going to lie down for them, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It's going to be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. Again, we'll have to just watch and see. This is going to be the biggest point of this match. Can Kalonji Pro Profile find that goal difference that they need, or if it's just going to be where the playoff bracket is as it stands, and they're going to find themselves back here at Shiloh Stadium this weekend to welcome North Georgia United. Like I said, they were able to defeat North Georgia United just a few weeks ago here, 7-3. So they know that they can get the job done. It's something that talked to Coach Brito after that match, and he admitted that they just kind of got caught with some players that were injured in succession, and they weren't able to adapt to the change that Kalonji made in the second half, and they find themselves on the end of a losing bracket. That 7-3 really didn't showcase what that match actually was. It really was late in that match when Kalonji just kind of ran away with the points.
Yeah, I think North Georgia lost control of that game, and they were doing so well, and I think it was a learning experience for them. You know, when they hit adversity, they have to be able to control things and make those adjustments quickly.
And that match, as that ball gets knocked out for a goal kick for Atlanta City, that match also is a match in which Junior Sandoval scored 4 goals in that second half, and it was from North Georgia United's keeper getting injured. We'll take a look at that last play real quick from Kalonji Pro Profile. See that where he's just moving around and right into the goal. You could see it, that goal, you could see it hit his elbow as it was coming through, but it was not called off, and it was called a goal. But here in the UPSL, center officials do not have VAR, so we take what the center refs give us, and he didn't see a foul.
Yeah, it's a human game, so you know
But that's also what
perfect.
we love about this game is that human part. You don't. At times, here's another chance by our Kalonji Pro Profile. Pavlotsky takes a stunner of a strike, and it just gets pulled out by the keeper for Atlanta City. Great strike by Pavlotsky.
I'm not sure how much he knew about it. It came up on him. It was a reflex save, but man, what a critical stop that was for the goalkeeper.
But what I was saying about, you know, we love it here in the lower levels of soccer where we're not having to worry about VAR, because there's those times where was it a goal, was it not a goal, and you got to wait for them to measure it and make sure, do fine-tune checks. We love it to where it's just it was or it wasn't, and we play.
Right.
At times.
That is what is beautiful, and particularly about the Georgia division here in the UPSL. I mean, it's, as we've seen all season long, it's so unpredictable, so dramatic, and many compelling stories involved. But can Atlanta City kind of get their rhythm here? They've been on the back foot in these first 6 minutes and look a little shell-shocked here.
Here comes Anthony Sumo down this right-hand side. He's able to get around the defender, but he's just not able to hold on to the ball with enough. And it goes out for a goal kick.
Let's see if we can see that. Well, when we get another break, I was to see about that that shot that was saved so well. It was so close to being 2-0.
That one just took right off the face there of number 6.
Good stop from the City fullback there.
Not the best throw-in I've ever seen in my life, but we'll take it. Right over to the center of the goal, takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net. Goal for Kalonji Pro Profile. Absolutely professionally taken there by number 25, Camden. Easy as you would like it, right at the top of the box, right around the keeper. Nothing he could do. 2-0 Kalonji Pro Profile here in the 7th minute.
Yeah, amazing shot there. Again, it was just one of those things. Oh, sorry about that.
You see it working down here on the left flank, slots it over to the center of the and just put right into the back of the net.
Beautiful, beautiful work.
2-0 Kalonji Pro Profile as we are entering the 2nd minute. And here they are on the attack yet again. Give and go. Slotted in just wide.
So well, on evidence now, Larry, it looks like that they are looking for those 8 goals. And
yes, they are. Blake White with that shot, and he just pulled it wide. And almost 3-0. And that was, you know, when we were just talking about Junior Sandoval 4 goals and North Georgia United, you think that would probably be the most that you've seen, but we saw just this last weekend in the Division One, Tony Kim from UMAFC scored 5 goals and just an absolute decimation of Volpe FC, 13-0. It was just a stunner of a game to watch.
Yeah, Volpe's got some problems now, and you know, they started the season so well, but they've really, you know, dropped off and have really collapsed as a club. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Edgar can do to remedy that situation and revive that club.
And I think Tony put on 1 more in the second half to make it a total of 6 goals in that game. Just 6 goals by 1 player was just amazing. 5 goals just in the first half. And it was an absolute stunning display. UMA, they're going to find themselves up here in this Premier Division come the fall season.
Yeah.
Mark my words, there's just no way about it.
Right. You know, as you know, we have 2 teams coming up from Division One, only 1 going down. LGSA is going to be playing Division One next season, and you know, UMA in that first spot is automatic promotion. The second team that's going to come up is going to have to win the Division One playoff.
But for LGSA, like you were talking, this may be the perfect thing for LGSA to go back down to Division One, retool, and get ready to go for next spring in the Premier Division. We discussed this in the pregame. LGSA really looks like a group that was designed for 3-4 years of performance, but that 4th, 5th year, there really wasn't the performance of the players. You saw players like Gio Rios and Farias in goal. They've moved on, and they really didn't have the player. I mean, they're a good foundation. They have a great organization, but they didn't have those players ready to go as the players that were in the Premier team stepped away.
Yeah, that is the difficult thing. But here we got Kalonji coming down again here.
Trying to fight his way into the box. He's just got the ball ripped away from him by the defender, that being number 6.
Trying to thread it through to Sumo on the right, but intercepted by Atlanta City. But I tell you what, the control that Kalonji has right now, I mean, they look so comfortable on the ball. And City's chasing the game right now, those young players. I mean, they're not really closing down very much. They're sort of standing off the KSA players.
Here
but
we
here,
go, another
he's in
opportunity
again.
for Kalonji. He was trying to.
Oh.
This is something that we've seen over and over again when we watch these Kalonji Pro Profile games. The wingers, they don't like to just stay on the outside. They like to cut into the middle of the path of the box and then take a shot. You see it with Sumo a lot, and now you see in there with number 6. Just trying to verify his name before I said it incorrectly. But that's what they like to do. They like to move from the outside, move into central of the box before they take the shot. That time deflected by the defense, and then it goes out for a goal kick.
So the question is here with Atlanta City, you know, not having much to play with. They're out of sight of the playoffs. They're safe from the relegation zone. So, you know, this is almost a training match for them, you know, to try to be a spoiler in a sense here to make Kalonji play this weekend instead of have that weekend off.
White trying to slot it into the side, gets it over to Sumo. Sumo not able to control it, and he's able to keep it in.
Is he?
I believe that they're trying to call it, the center ref called it a handball.
Yeah.
It looked to me like it went off his shoulder, but we're also several yards away from the field, so we can't see as well as our center official for tonight. Atlanta City trying to work up down this right-hand side. Not only does he lose the ball, but he also loses his shin guard. Kalonji worked the ball around the defense, trying to get it out. Good press by the attack of Atlanta City. Headed forward by Kalonji. Able to control it is Sumo. Good turn by Sumo. Just not able to get that ball over to White. and it's controlled again by Atlanta City. Atlanta City not willing to give up the fight in this spring season, but they do give up the ball. White is on the transition to Amiako. He looks left, he looks right, he decides to go left, sending it all the way over to this left-hand side, but he's going to be called offsides.
Yeah. Well, I think we see the pattern of this game right now. Kalonji is going to dominate possession, and Atlanta City is going to sit back. And I don't think there's much they can do about that. They're going to have to try to hit them on the counterattack and see if they can still get a goal back and get back in this match.
And Atlanta City's going to have to be careful. They're trying to play with a high line that leaves the option that if Kalonji is able to work that ball through, they're going to be able to just run away with some goals. Here's a lovely ball over the top for
nice.
Atlanta City. As we talk about ball over the top, great save by Henry.
Great save there.
Able to get low, block that out with the knees, clear it away. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta City.
Very, very well done. It's just amazing how quickly things can happen like that.
And it's going to be called, I believe they're going to call offsides from the AR on that play.
Well, here's that.
We'll take a look at this ball over the top. Just a beautiful ball. Good control, good settle. He takes a shot, got low was Henry, and he cleared it out just as you'd like it from your starting keeper. Atlanta City with possession here in the 15th minute. 2-0 Kalonji Pro Profile over Atlanta City FC. Good ball. Keeper, or the captain, Tachi was able to gain control of that, but not able to get the ball to Sumo in enough time, and controlled by Atlanta City. Able to win possession in the midfield. Pavlotsky is going to be fouled right there, just outside the center circle.
Bit of a clumsy foul there. He tried to go. He did no malice, but it did. At least it did stop the momentum.
Well, with Kalonji Pro Profile so hungry for goals, they're just pouncing on every single pass. Atlanta City is going to have to make sure that those passes, not a hospital ball pass, it's got to be crisp and it's got to be fast.
I tell you what, and more importantly, that they are, Kalonji's on pace to get those 8 goals if they continue like this.
Tried to get that ball up to Amioko. He had control for a moment, loses control. Ball goes all the way back to Henry. Pavlotsky goes up and back to Pavlotsky. He's looking for the runner. Anthony Sumo able to get it to him. This is what Kalonji's looking for. They're looking for fast runners all evening. Oh, what a foul.
That's going to be a bad foul.
That is a nasty foul. Is that going to be, it's right at the top of the box. I think it's going to be just outside of the box.
Yeah, is that not going to get a card for that, but
no plastic given so far. But it's going to be right just about a yard out of the box. Here in this, we're coming in the 17th minute. Just having a conversation. The center ref is with the players. Shot taken. Oh, and but it's going to be called offside for those 2 players for Kalonji that pounced. They just did it a little too quickly. That would have been an easy goal for them. Good job for Atlanta City. Foul given on Atlanta City. Since Kalonji Pro Profile had so many players forward, just a simple foul so that it gives enough time for the players to get back. Headed back to Henry. A little bit off his line, but he's able to control it. Kalonji again looking on the attack. Ball over to Pavlotsky. He gets it forward. Moving up this left-hand side. And here we go. Another attack. Takes it with his left, right into the keeper. Keeper's able to defend that with everything he had.
He just ran past that defender. That's got to be worrying for the Atlanta City.
Going to be a foul there. That would have been an opportunity if they could have really attacked, because Pavlotsky had lots of space. Unfortunately, just a little too much of the man when they got that ball. Foul. Atlanta City, now they're looking for the attack. With this end-to-end action, both teams are out of shape. This throw is going to be for Atlanta City.
When they get in these positions, they're going to have to take advantage of them. Yeah, Atlanta City, when they get in close to that final third, they're going to have to make the most of it, because I don't think they're going to get that many opportunities.
Good ball on this left-hand side.
Oh, he's got a guy in the middle.
What a defense by Kalonji. Just able to get a leg up, deflect that pass. They're able to clear it forward. They have to go all the way back to the keeper. It's a little bit of a hospital ball from him. Just able to get enough on it as Henry. He had to use his opposite foot and go with the left to get that out of there. Tried to switch it over to Sumo, and that ball was just sent a little too far. I think Kalonji is starting to get a little out of control. They're starting to send balls forward that they normally wouldn't, because they're in such a dire to get that point spread up as high as they can go.
Well, they had that wonderful start with those 2 early goals, and it seems like they've almost taken the foot off the pedal a little bit, gotten a little bit sloppy. Atlanta City is trying to get a little bit more into this game, get a little bit more possession.
Again, Atlanta City trying to work their way down this left-hand side. Kalonji doing what Kalonji does so well, defending in bunches. Didn't see that Atlanta City player there right in the middle of the field, not able to get the ball to Sumo. Nice turn by the Atlanta City player. They're able to keep the ball. No, they're not.
Yeah.
Looked like they might be able to keep it in, but they were not able to keep it in. It's going to be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. Again, you are watching Kalonji Pro Profile taking on Atlanta City FC here at Shiloh Stadium. Normally, Kalonji Pro Profile being the home team. Today, they're the away team. This is the last match of the UPSL Georgia Premier Division spring season. Shot taken, little bit of a deflection, and it's going to go out for a corner for Atlanta City, the first corner. Another good attack by Atlanta City. They're not giving up on this. Looking to take it quickly. Elects not to. Whipped into the box. Just able to get a hand on it is Henry. Falls to the ground right in front of him, and he's able to control it. We get it back underway.
Bit of a half chance for them, for Atlanta City. It's better from them.
Sumo able to get the ball around the defense. Oh, what a great ball for Kalonji. Keeper coming all the way out.
Oh, man. Nerves of steel, that keeper coming out like that, because he left himself very open in the back.
That was everything that Atlanta City had there. If they were able to get that ball through, Kalonji Pro Profile would have had an easy goal.
Nice back heel pass there.
Pavlotsky able to get it into the midfield.
Kalonji's so good on the ball.
So easy to move the ball around. Number 28, I believe that's Boateng. Just easily moving the ball around. Yes, it is. Boateng. Remember, Boateng spent some time with Atletico Atlanta. Won a national title when they were Jenga Atlanta. A very, very fast winger. Normally plays up in one of the front left or right wing positions. Tonight he's playing as a fullback, as a left fullback. So don't be surprised if you see these fullbacks on Kalonji get very far forward.
Yeah, they can turn themselves into wingbacks pretty quickly with that potent attack that they do have.
You know, we talk about this with our colleague Steven Johnson. You know, you have to make sure that if your fullbacks are going to go forward, that there's the support that comes back. And
Yeah.
Kalonji's one of those teams that can do that.
Right, yeah.
Here's a ball forward on the left-hand side. Watson looking to make his way into the central like he's done before. For whatever reason, the keeper decided to do a foot save.
Unorthodox there. I was
Unorthodox
expecting him
at
to
the
grab
most, but he's able to save it nonetheless.
Oh,
That was just one of the most awkward saves that you'll see.
yeah, I'm not sure what that was about.
Number 9, Jules of Atlanta City, knew he was offsides, elected not even to try to go for that ball. Pavlotsky moving the ball forward for Kalonji Pro Profile. White's able to just move that ball around in the midfield, slide it over. Sumo right in the central part, not able to control that ball.
Atlanta City central defense has been pretty solid so far in the last few minutes at least.
Well, if we talk about Anthony Sumo, great player, great speed. If there's one part of his game that I would say is not at par with every other piece, it would be his footwork. There's times where nice little shot controlled by Henry. Great work by Henry. It was a shot taken by Atlanta City to get it on frame. But there's times where Sumo will receive the ball and maybe he sends it a little too far forward than he can get to things. It's just those little things that you got to work on to improve your game. Ball down the left-hand flank for Atlanta City. Not at par. That ball's going to get deflected out. It's going to be a throw.
Yeah, this is better from Atlanta City. They're starting to get a little bit more composed. You know, soaking up that attack from Kalonji, because Kalonji remains dangerous in attack, but they've been solid in that central defense, being able to quell those attacks, and now they're having some success with the counterattack.
And that ball's going to go out for the second corner for Atlanta City.
But make no mistake, they're going to have quite the uphill battle here.
26 minutes of this matchup between Atlanta City FC and Kalonji Pro Profile. Kalonji Pro Profile, 2 early goals with a 2-0 lead. Here comes an in-swinger from the corner, cleared away by Kalonji Pro Profile, whipped back towards the box, but again cleared away. Able to keep control is Kalonji Pro Profile. A little bit of a foul, and it's going to be called. Was trying to control his feet so that they could have an attack.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of frustration there, losing the ball like that. Came back to try to get it, but was a little bit reckless in the tackle.
Able to work around the player. Moving forward, I believe this is Watson again. Into the box this time, slots it over. Just nobody there for Kalonji Pro Profile. They were on the march yet again. And another foul right in front of the referee. And when we talk about the referees, we talk about the referee for today's matchup.
Yeah, the referees have been doing a good job all season here.
Whipped into the box. Woo! Just pulled wide.
Right. So yeah, it's been
Today's referee, Justin Higgins. AR1, Ben Abrams. AR2, Gerald Englu. And our fourth official for today is Tyler Bost. We thank all of our referee staff that has put in the solid hours in this spring season. A lot of matches in this, what is 11 weeks of a campaign, 2.5 months worth of grinding out there on the turf, not just for the players, but for the referees as well. We thank them for all their work. Atlanta City controlling the ball at the moment. Kalonji Pro Profile electing not to press too high, but able to press when it counts. Shot tried to take by number 9, Jules, but he just kind of pulls that all the way across the field. It goes out for a throw. Kalonji Pro Profile get us back underway. Tachi, the captain, he has been an absolute guarantee in that back line for years for Kalonji Pro Profile. Really kept this crew in control.
A lot of experience in that back line for Kalonji.
Bit of a change for today's lineup for the start. Grant Carr not in the starting back line. Also Kamani Irving not in that starting lineup. Two of those, again, veterans that have been in that Kalonji defense for seasons. Here's a good give and go for Anthony Sumo. Able to work around the defender, and he just
missed hit at the last moment.
He just wasted that opportunity.
Great work pouncing on that ball, getting past his defender, but couldn't get that shot down.
The defender absolutely botched the movement, falls on the deck, completely wide open to the goal is Anthony Sumo, and he just botched the shot. Could have been, should have been 3-0.
Oh, interception.
Here's another opportunity. Can he make up for it? He gives and goes back.
Man, that's
how you do it. He gives it over to Amioko, who puts it into the back of the net. That time, it's not going to be denied. 3-0 Kalonji Pro Profile over Atlanta City FC.
Amazing turn of events. He almost scored before that with the other opportunity. That's 2 in a row, and then, of course, the last one, they just couldn't do anything with it, and we'll take another look at that.
Atlanta City get back underway in the 31st minute. We'll take a look at this because you can see here, regain control. This time he elects to just slot it over. The keeper's already hit the deck. Nothing he could do, and it's 3-0 Kalonji Pro Profile. You got to know if Kalonji Pro Profile gets into this halftime with a goal lead of, here's another opportunity for Sumo, and he's able to hit it right at the keeper, right into his hands. It goes out for a corner.
Yeah, again.
Sumo, he's getting the opportunities. He's just not taking advantage of them.
Yeah, that's
but
2.
But it is a goal, or it is a corner.
That's 2 he's come very close to getting. But at this rate, like I said before, they're really on target to get their goal.
Yeah, if they can get to 4 or possibly even 5 by halftime, then it's a real good possibility that they could pull off this 8 goals.
Yeah, and it's plenty of time too to get to that point here. Plenty of time in this first half.
Have an outswinger coming in, whipped into the box. Just couldn't get it the head on it. It was in the right position. He just didn't get it fast enough.
Here come Atlanta City trying that counterattack.
Atlanta City trying to transition.
Behind the player, unfortunately.
Good work by the defender to just work that ball out. Good work by the defense of Kalonji Pro Profile. He just bodied up with the attacking player of Atlanta City, and just to see that ball out, Boateng slots it over. But they lose possession. Atlanta City got a chance. Jules takes a shot, and that, again, just a wasteful attempt at this point in the match.
So wing and a pair, you really got to do better.
Again, thank you for watching on our ASMG YouTube channel. If you like, subscribe. It always helps the algorithm. Sumo with a nice ball off, but just not able to get it forward, and it's going to go back into Atlanta City's possession. Amiyoko able to step in front of that pass, but Atlanta City gets off the hook. Again, spring season, we've already handed the trophy to Dalton United. What a season they had. Kalonji pro profile trying to work around the defense. Not going to get a penalty called on something like that. Dalton United, a very young team, but they've already started to fill up their trophy cabinet. Here's an opportunity for Atlanta City.
He's on.
He's on, and just a great work by the defense to get back, block that ball out. It's going to be the third corner for Atlanta City in this first half of play.
Another solid opportunity from Atlanta City, and like I said before, they're soaking up all the pressure that they can and trying to come back on that counterattack to get something out of it. And they've been effective. They just haven't been able to finish, unfortunately, for them.
Here comes another outswinger into the box. Controlled, shot taken, but just a little bit of a deflection and enough for Henry to pounce on it to control that ball, and he's going to send it forward fast up to Amiyoko. He's able to get it, or I should say that was Watson. He's able to get a touch on it, but he's not able to control it, and it goes right back into Atlanta City's control.
So with the 36th minute, KSA really pretty much where they need to be right now in the big picture of this match. Their goal, of course, is they need 8 goals spread, so they not only have to score 8, but they
need to make sure that Atlanta City
keep
does
a clean sheet.
Yes. Or at least have it by the end of it to have 8 more. But as it stands right now, Atlanta City, they will end the season no matter where this match ends. They'll find themselves well out of the playoffs again this season.
Yes,
They will end up. They will end their season in 10th place. Kalonji Pro Profile, they're already in the playoffs. The only thing that this match is going to do is, are they going to be in 3rd where they stand right now, or can they somehow sneak into that 2nd spot and earn a first-round bye in the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm sure that Atlanta United Academy staff is watching this, and this is going to affect their plans. Right now they have a bye.
What a header! Oh, and it just goes wide. That was a fantastic opportunity for Atlanta City. Such a great ball into the box.
Oh my goodness, that was amazingly close, and it could have gone anywhere. And unfortunately, they couldn't quite make that happen. We'll take a look at it in a moment. But that was as close as that you want to get. Just couldn't direct that header down the way you needed to, and that probably is something to unnerve KSA as well.
Sumo makes it around the defense.
Oh, nice run.
Ball gets stuck under his feet. Oh, that was such a great opportunity. Again, that's exactly what we were talking about. Sumo, sometimes his footwork costs him. He gets in fantastic positions.
Yeah, and he had some people, available for him to use, but he wanted to go himself and maybe a little bit too much on the ball, but here they come again.
Watson on the left side. He decides to take it himself.
Oh,
Cleared
nice.
away, and this is going to be a corner for Kalonji Pro Profile. 38th minute. Kalonji not happy enough with 3 lead. They want more. They need more.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to try to take this rather quickly, I would assume.
Looks like he wants to take it short here, or he's
They're going
to give it up to someone
switch
else.
it off. 25 is going to take this. Camden whips it into the box low.
Oh,
Tried a little bit of a
tried to flick that.
little flick there from the captain, Tachi, but he's just not able to keep it on frame. It goes out for a throw. Atlanta City looking to attack quickly, lose possession, and you see that immediately he loses possession and he just stops and laments about.
Oh man, that is something a coach hates to see. If you lose the ball, you got to go back and get it. You got to hustle. You're standing there and watching the ball roll away from you or taken away from you is very poor.
You don't stop. You don't think about shoulda, coulda, woulda. You get right back on that ball and you win it. Moving down this left flank is Atlanta City.
Oh, I think he thought
tried to pass it over to the center ref. That's not one of your teammates. You allow Kalonji to attack yet again. Here comes Blake. He thought about going left. He goes right, goes down. Oh, and it's going to be offsides.
Yeah,
that was absolutely a great opportunity for Amiyoko. We'll see if we can watch that replay on that, because that was an opportunity and a half for Kalonji.
Yeah, we'll
if he was offsides, it had to have been fractions. AR2 with the call. Good step in there by Derek Boateng, but he's not able to control possession, but he gets right back. Derek's just able to keep it yet again. And here we go. Another attack. Blake gets it up to Amiyoko. He's able to work around the defender. Oh, and that's a foul from the defender. That has to be a card, and yes, it will be in the 41st minute, our first card of the game, and that is going to be a glorious opportunity for Kalonji Pro Profile. That just being about 5 yards out of the box, right about central to the box. It's going to be just on the right-hand side of the top of the box circle.
Want to take a look at that other?
Yeah, let's take a look at that opportunity from just a second ago for Kalonji. You can see slots it up to Amiyoko. Oh, and you can see it. He just was a little delayed in his pass. If he could have got that ball a little bit faster, yes, Amiyoko would have been onside, but he just delayed his pass just a fraction of a second too late, and he's going to be offsides. That would have been 4-0 Kalonji Pro Profile.
Just the timing. It was a bit off, but it could have really been an easy fourth.
This is the point where Kalonji Pro Profile needs their superstar, Junior Sandoval, into the box and right to the keeper. Tachi with that shot just a few weeks ago in that North Georgia United Kalonji game that was here at Shiloh Stadium. Junior Sandoval with 2 just superb set pieces that were nothing more than sensational. Atlanta City, they're back on the attack here in the 42nd minute. We're getting late in the half. Shot taken, great save by Henry. Able to get down, control that ball, gets back underway quickly.
Not a bad attempt there.
Atlanta City with decent shots on goal. Just not able to do anything with it, not able to get it past Henry. Henry, one of the fantastic veterans of this Kalonji Pro Profile team.
Look at that run.
Just working his way around them for a moment was Watson, and then loses it.
Good work by the defender there, though.
Atlanta City not giving up. Stepped in front of that pass, and now they're off to the races. White not able to control that ball. That would have been an interesting little run there. A little bit of a hospital pass back there. Amiyoko, if he could have got a little bit quicker on that run, he might have been able. Here they go. White, is he able? No, he is not able to get around the defender. Throw in for Kalonji Pro Profile, get it up to Amiyoko. He elects to go back to Amiyoko. He decides to take a shot. You could see he was taking that shot for a while. You could see that one coming all the way.
Slowly developed there.
Yeah.
Not much on it, but it still almost made the goalkeeper work to get to collect it up. So. Here we go.
That ball
Kept
just able to keep it in. Atlanta City. They're working hard. Just not able, and there's just a botch clearance by the defense for Kalonji Pro Profile. It's going to be a throw-in for Atlanta City. We're in the dying minutes of the first half, coming into the 45th minute. We'll see how many minutes of stoppage time. Good ball whipped into the box from a distance, but right into the paws of Henry, and he gets us back underway quickly. They're looking to transition with some pace. If he's able to get that ball and it gets past that defense line, somebody like Watson Amiyoko or Sumo could just have a walk-in goal.
Yeah, they're going to really be careful about that. Atlanta City looked decent going forward. They haven't been able to finish, but they really got to make sure that they don't get caught out in the back.
And he's going to go ahead and call it right at 45. No time off. So as we go into the half, it is currently 3-0 Kalonji Pro Profile over Atlanta City FC. Dre, let's just get some thoughts on this first half.
Well, I mean, it sort of started out the way I thought it could, with KSA really pressuring, getting the 2 early goals. They've scored 3 here. They're somewhat on pace to get the 7 or 8. I don't know if it's 7 or 8. It is 8 that they need to get.
Because remember that Atlanta United Academy has a win over Kalonji Pro Profile in this spring season.
That is true. Yeah.
So they need that differential. Otherwise, you get into all the factors and goals and all those things. But if they can just get the 8 goals, they don't have to worry about any of those other factors, and they're able to get into the playoffs in that 2nd seed.
Yeah, but you know, Atlanta City are not laying down, and they're playing the game. Coach Joao has them working on the fundamentals. They're doing just enough in the back to cause Kalonji a little bit of work to get through. They haven't been always successful, but they have had their opportunities in their own attacking third. So, you know, if they score even 1 goal, that could be the difference for Kalonji getting that 2nd spot or 3rd spot.
We're back to where we were before we started this match. And Atlanta United, they breathe a sigh of relief as they're going to find themselves with the week off as they prepare. So as we stand right now, Kalonji Pro Profile 3, Atlanta City 0. We're going to step away for a few moments, and we'll be back to bring you the second half of this game from Shiloh Stadium. Stick around, folks. We'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back to Shiloh Stadium for this last UPSL Georgia Premier Division spring season match. Kalonji Pro Profile with a 3-0 lead over Atlanta City FC. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar. If we take a look at the standings as it speaks, Dalton United, they got to lift the trophy. Atlanta United Academy currently in the second seed. They will both get a first round bye. If Kalonji Pro Profile can pull away an 8+ goal differential tonight, they will fall into the second seed. Otherwise, they will welcome North Georgia United here to Shiloh Stadium this weekend. FC Birmingham will play Club the Strongest Los Tigres for the second. About to get underway. Atlanta City are going to kick off this second half. They're going to be moving from right to left in their black kits. Kalonji Pro Profile in their all white kits, and they're looking to attack quickly. They need 5 more goals if they're going to find themselves in that second seed. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday night match here late Snellville, Georgia, Shiloh Stadium.
Yeah, got a little hands to the face there for KSA on the Atlanta City player, so they're going to get a free kick here.
It's one thing to do it, it's another thing to do it right in front of the AR. You're not going to get away with it, and that ball's going to go out for a Kalonji Pro Profile goal kick.
Unfortunate to waste that opportunity.
Kalonji Pro Profile just about where they like to always be. 3 seasons in a row, they were the dominant team. They made it on through the playoffs into the Nationals. The spring 2022 season, they made it all the way to the National Final Four playoffs. They ended their run in 3rd place. They decided to take the fall season off, spend some time in the MLS system, next system. They come back in the spring season here, and they're right about where they're normally used to being, but they're solidly in the playoffs. They always somehow, some way, Dre, they find themselves with a game or 2 in hand as we come in late in the season like this, where they find themselves playing a match in the middle of the week. Unfortunately, this time they found themselves with 3 games in hand, and they have been playing just about every 4 days. And they're really putting in the shifts these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but you know, this is an experienced and very resilient club, Kalonji. They have a lot of competitions that they are involved in from time to time, MLS Next being one, of course UPSL here. And these guys work on a professional schedule, so you know they understand that there are a lot of games and there are a lot of important matches that they have to perform in, and they seem to do it every season.
And we talk about Kalonji Pro Profile. We weren't quite sure what we were going to see this season. Sumo here on this right-hand side. This time he has an opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. What a sensational strike by Anthony Sumo to put Kalonji Profile up 4-0 early in this second half, 48th minute. What a sensational strike.
What a way to start the second half here. And we'll take a look here in a moment.
You see him, he moves, Anthony Sumo, he gets possession on this far side. He moves up into the box. A few step overs, takes it with his left. The defense just let him go, and he finds it in the back of the net. It's 4-0, Kalonji Pro Profile. Now they're feeling it. Now they think that they can make that second seed. It's only 3 minutes into this half. But I was just going to say, we weren't quite sure what this Kalonji Pro Profile team was going to be like this season. Here's an opportunity for Atlanta City. Got the ball up to Jules. He's working his way around the defense. Slow roller. It shoulda, coulda. It wanted to.
It is flagged though. It is flagged for offside.
If only the field had a little bit of a slant to the right, maybe that ball would have went in the back of the net. But we weren't quite sure what we were going to get with Kalonji, being that their superstar midfield, all went to Atlanta United's 2 team. Kareem Tamimi, Kofi Tumasi have just been tearing it up in Atlanta United 2. Tony Tiente getting some of the captaincy. Here's another opportunity by Kalonji. Sumo got the ball into the central.
Oh, foot save.
Pavlotsky takes a shot.
Desperate clearance.
All hands on deck for the clearance for Atlanta City, and that ball is just wasted. But like we said, Tony Tiente having some captaincy roles in that Atlanta United 2 team. Tumasi, Tamimi scoring goals at will. Adiani having opportunity. And these were the guys that were part of that 3rd seed team, national team in the spring of 2022. Tamimi with the Golden Boot in that season with the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. And we weren't sure what was Coach Bruno going to produce, and you see more of the same that you're used to seeing. The Kalonji Pro Profile organization as a whole, they just know how to produce.
They really do. It is a production company for professional players, and we've seen it year after year. It's just an organization from the academy level all the way up to the professional. They just know how to do it, and it's great to have them here in the Georgia Premier Division. They've raised the level of competition in this division and have so for many seasons now.
We know that their keeper, Henry, he's had an opportunity to have some playing time in Germany, as well as defender Grant Carr. They've been able to play overseas, get some experience. Looks like we have a substitute for Atlanta City. Number 11 is going to be coming on. Jose Ayala is going to be coming on. We'll see if we can see who came off as they came off on the far side. Won by Atlanta City. They're not ready to give up just yet. And that's going to be a foul by Anthony Sumo.
Sloppy.
And he's going to receive a card for that second card of the game, 1 for each side. Remember, if you get a red card, it will roll over into the playoffs.
Yes, it will.
And don't forget that if you get a red card, you are also going to get a nice fine to be paid as well. Shot taken and way over the bar and off to the side. Just another wasted opportunity for Atlanta City. Henry gets us back underway quickly. 53rd minute. Clock is ticking for Kalonji if they want to find their way into that second seed. Like we said, they've had a lot of matches this spring season here in the UPSL as well as in the MLS Next system. Anthony Sumo with a great strike again with his left. This time controlled by the keeper. Atlanta City's keeper, Brandon Villanueva, has been working extra time back there.
Not sure Atlanta City needs to kind of play a little bit tighter on those attackers.
Amiyoko tried to get one in, not able to get around, but controlled by Kalonji into the box. Oh, and that one somehow, some way does not go in.
That was an optical illusion.
That one looked like it went into the box and then bounced out.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Might have to see if we have a replay of it. We'll see if we do.
Yeah, we'll take a look in a moment here.
That was an unusual set of play there. Somehow, some way, Kalonji Pro Profile just finds themselves with a throw-in. Sumo, he's able to work his way into the box. He gets over to right about central, takes the shot, and it gets deflected, and it'll be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. 54 minutes in, we'll take a look at this opportunity. You see this ball, he takes the shot, and it bounces off of the post, and it comes out. Just an unbelievable opportunity for Kalonji Pro Profile. They probably should be up 5-0 now.
Boy, that's what you call a whisker away from a fifth.
Here we go, another opportunity. Oh, and this one gets whipped and hits on the outside. I think that they're going to get called for a corner on that. I think that the keeper just able to get a paw on that. They're looking to take it quickly, and they do.
Oh.
Trying to slot it through, gets deflected again. Got to be another corner. We got a lineup of another substitute coming on for Atlanta City. This time number 4 is coming on. That would be Jonathan Valverde. Valverde is a center back. Another ball, short one for Kalonji. Shot taken, and this one just sails high and wide. Goal kick for Atlanta City.
Yeah, he was able to get turned in, but just couldn't direct it down enough for a spot on the goal mouth. So they're getting their chances.
56th minute now. Atlanta City trying to work out at the back. Nice high press from Kalonji Pro Profile.
Nice move.
Able to win possession. Slot it over. Oh, and he just completely scuffs it. I think they call that. I think they may call the handball or a foul on Sumo there.
Infraction here.
That was just an opportunity and a half there. I believe that was Watson that had that opportunity, and he just scuffed it on the turf. White able to control possession for Kalonji, gets it back to Boateng. Here we go again. Just a simple little foul there on Kalonji. Kalonji's captain Tachi comes up, gets us back underway, slots it over to White, who slots it over to Sumo. Sumo tries to get it over to center of the box. And Atlanta City are just able to get that ball free, but it's going to be a throw for Kalonji. Kalonji still have not brought in a substitute. Atlanta City already with 2 substitutes for the match. Blake working down this right flank, gets it over to Watson. Able to work around the defense, takes a shot, and it goes wide. I think Kalonji needs to slow it down a little bit. They're getting a little bit high-strung on some of these shots, taking them when they're not necessary.
Yeah, I think
get
that
closer
goal
to the box.
I think the goal they scored kind of got them heightened, and they're getting a little over anxious to get another goal. But you're right. I think they need to slow down a little bit. They got plenty of time, you know, to make that attempt. At, you know, what they need is 3 more goals, and they will have it. But again, they do have to keep a clean sheet if they're going to do that. Otherwise, they're going to have to score even more. So it's kind of on a knife's edge for them. They're getting the ball back so easily, but lost it there, though. He is
Atlanta
onside.
City tried to get the ball forward, able to keep the ball in, but it's going to be knocked away, and it's going to end up being a corner for Atlanta City over on the far side. If Kalonji Pro Profile is able to win this match right now with a 4-goal lead, they will be tied with Atlanta United on points. Then we go into the tiebreaker system. The number 1 tiebreaker difference is goal difference. Back underway here. Short taken, whipped into the box. Oh, and somehow it just sneaks its way out, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Wow.
When you look at tying points at the end of the season, the first break is going to be goal difference. The second is goal scored. Third will be head-to-head points. We know that Atlanta United beat Kalonji Pro Profile this season, so they need that goal difference lead.
Competition has been so close all season, and this is the culmination of that. Here's Sumo.
We know that as it stands right now, Kalonji Pro Profile have scored more goals than Atlanta United Academy. But that goal difference is what's in Atlanta United Academy's favor.
Oh, nice touch.
Here's an opportunity. Oh, and he's able to work around. Are they going to get a call?
Yes.
I believe they are going to call that a penalty.
That was amazing. I didn't know when he went down, he got past him, but the defender.
Let's see if we can see that on a replay.
See if I can get that for you.
Watson's going to look like to be taking this shot.
Let's wait for the attempt here.
Center ref getting everybody behind the line. 61st minute. Here we go.
Tense moment.
He slowly works his way up and easily puts it into the back of the net.
Wow.
And it is 5.
Let's take a look at that.
We see here, this ball comes forward. He heads it with himself. He moves forward, and it just between the defense and the keeper, able to just get a little touch on him, and he falls down. It's going to be a penalty. It is the right call.
Wow,
The defender, or the goalkeeper, just gets enough on him that causes him to lose his balance, and that's why the center official blew the whistle. 5-0 Kalonji Pro Profile over Atlanta City FC.
Wow, what a turn of events there for KSA as they continue to steam on to that 7 goals that they absolutely need. They still have the clean sheet too. 2 of the requirements for this game.
They came into this match 7 goals behind Atlanta United Academy.
Oh.
They need 8. There's another.
That's a good tackle, though.
Another tackle that's right on the line. You want to be careful. You're threading the needle.
Yeah, you could have easily given up another penalty there, but it was executed nicely. Referee's going to go see
Ball's going to be held up. The attacking player of Kalonji went down injured. Looks like Watson again. Definitely feeling that one.
I have a feeling he'll get back up, though.
Let's see if we can see again that penalty call that Kalonji just earned just a few moments ago, because you can see that play. He's able to settle the ball. Then he coming down. You can see the keeper is the one that just puts a foot out that causes him to lose his balance, and that is what caused the penalty call from the center ref. Good call. Kalonji Pro Profile starting to get some stirring on the bench. Be interesting to see if they bring anybody in. Nobody really looks like that they're ready to come in.
I think he's going to have to try to soldier on,
But
maybe.
he's going to, I believe that's Watson, who's gingerly coming off of the field. You can see he's gingerly walking with the training staff. So we'll see if Kalonji Pro Profile decides to bring on another player to substitute. You can see the entire coaching staff down there today for Kalonji Pro Profile. Coach Bruno, Coach Allen.
Drop ball to get things back into play.
Kalonji, we're in the 64th minute. Time is getting short. They need 3 goals if they want to be able to take this weekend off. Could they break the hearts of Atlanta United Academy yet again? Here comes Atlanta City on the attack. Shot taken, deflected by the defender, and just enough on it on that deflection to go out for a corner for Atlanta City. It's going to be another substitute for Atlanta City. This time number 20 is going to be coming on. Number 20 being Eli Bola. Ball whipped into the box, cleared away by Boateng. Shot taken, and it's just going to come deflected out. It's going to be a goal kick.
Did what he had to try to do there, but couldn't get really a good handle on that ball.
Got multiple substitutes for Atlanta City so far. Nothing on the Kalonji Pro Profile side.
Yeah, it might be a little surprising, too, with the number of games that they've played. Kalonji in such a short period of time. You think they maybe spend a little bit more.
There's a bit of a
subs.
hospital pass there in the midfield for Kalonji. Yeah, they have just game after game after game. I'd love to sit down with Coach Bruno and see exactly how many games they played this spring season, because it has been a ton.
Of course, you know Atlanta United, if they're looking on, they're going to be wanting both Atlanta City to score and to keep KSA from scoring any more goals.
Anthony Sumo on this right side, trying to work that left. Oh, good turn by Watson. Gets past 2 defenders. Again, another just strange. Here's Sumo. He's able to win possession. Shot taken. Woo!
Nice
Saved
save
by the keeper.
Good save from the Atlanta City keeper. We can
Atlanta City trying everything that they have to get out of their half. And they're able to just send the ball forward so that they can regroup. Again, really strange over here on. .72 minutes into this match, Kalonji Pro Profile still up 5-0, trying to find somehow, some way to get to 8 so that they can find themselves into the second round of the playoffs instead of having to play this weekend. Atlanta City not giving up. They're attacking hard. They're attacking strong. Moving down this right-hand side, cleared away. It's going to be a throw. Another substitute coming on board for Atlanta City. Atlanta City looking to change out everybody that they can. Looks like number 12 is going to be coming on. Mupinzi, he's going to be coming on into the match. Kalonji Pro Profile still yet to do a substitute for this match. Like you said, Dre, kind of interesting because they've had so many matches electing to go with just 11.
Yeah, I mean, that's surprising. But again, you know, Coach Bruno Kalonji has a lot of experience with these types of games. He knows what's at stake. He knows what he has on the field and what he wants to do. So he's in the catbird seat as well, 5-0, with plenty of time to get a couple of more. If they can keep that clean sheet, they might perform this miracle tonight.
Atlanta City send it forward. They're able to get it forward. They got it all the way to Musese, but he's not able to do anything with it. That was the player that I was curious if he was going to be able to do something for Atlanta City in this match. Anthony Sumo able to work around one defender, not able to work around the second one, but it's going to be a corner for Kalonji Pro Profile. Sumo has moved from the right-hand side over to the left-hand side. This is something that Kalonji does a lot as a match goes later on, they have their wingers swap sides. Anthony Sumo with primarily wanting to shoot with his left, moving over to the more natural left winger position.
Yeah, I'm sure he likes to cross over to that left side so he can pull that ball back through. So he's an expert at that. Just got to watch out for that first touch sometimes.
Camden's going to get us underway. He was looking to go short there for a moment. Only 3 Kalonji players into the box. Whipped in. Not able to get it to striker Amioko, but they're able to keep possession. Atlanta City able to push them out of the box, but not off of possession. Tachi gets us back underway. A little bit of a hospital ball, but controlled by Kalonji Profile. He's able to make the way around the player.
Nice movement.
He's trying to get through 2 lines of defense. Sumo back to the right-hand side. Good movement around the horn for Kalonji. Shot taken, and it's going to be out for yet another corner.
Wow,
Again, these attacks coming fast and furious. Another substitute for Atlanta City. This one going to be number 21, Flores. He's going to be coming on. See if we can. It's been really difficult to see who's coming off for Atlanta City because they've all been going off on the far side.
Yeah.
And with the way that their jerseys are set up, it's hard to see the number from that far away.
Quick
taken, whipped into the box. Controlled by the keeper, Villanueva. Is he going to give just enough of a shift in to hold Kalonji off and make them have to play again this weekend? So far, so good. We're 76 minutes into this match, and it's still 5-0 Atlanta City. I know that that's not what Atlanta City wants to hear, 5-0 on the losing side. But if you can break Kalonji Profile's heart and make them play again in the week, I guess that you consider yourself job well done.
Yeah, I mean it's a goal for the club to play spoiler, to get your consolation goal. That could make all the difference in the world here. You have a say in what happens in the playoff race.
Kalonji just working the ball out from defense. Pavlotsky comes all the way back to get this attack underway. Here we go. Boateng up to Tachi. Over on this right-hand side, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. That being Forster. And a foul going to be committed on White. Definitely not happy about that foul.
It's a bit emotional there. That intensity, even up 5-0, that intensity is still high for KSA players.
Well, like we said, Kalonji, before they took the fall season off, they had 3 back-to-back seasons where they ended the season in first or second place, moved on to the Nationals. They lost to Florida Tropics in the round of Elite 8 in the fall 2021, got to 3rd place in spring 2022. So they know what it takes to get to that higher level, to play those teams in the Nationals.
That shot came off the post for
another post shot here. Going to be a goal kick for Atlanta City. Again, no rumbling whatsoever on this Kalonji Profile bench. Everybody just happy to enjoy the festivities here at Shiloh Stadium. Able to keep that ball in is Atlanta City, but loses it right there on the defense. Derek Boateng, great control.
Oh, nice.
He sends that ball all the way over in a far switch to the left side. Oh, that ball just a little bit behind the runner, but he's able to control the possession, hit, deflected, grabbed by the keeper Villanueva. It is just all action back here on the Atlanta City side. And that ball's going to go out for a Kalonji Pro Profile throw. We are 79 minutes into this match. It is getting close to the end.
You're right, Larry. Time is going to become a factor here now, as KSA needs 2 goals.
Tachi sends it over to the left side. Into the box. Shot taken, deflected. Oh, and it's out for a corner. That was a great shot there by Kalonji. Another corner. This one looks to be short, and it is. Into the box. Deflected again. Another corner. Kalonji Pro Profile not giving up. They've got about 12 minutes and change, depending on what else is left with all the subs. Headed over to Sumo.
Oh,
cleared away on the line. And another corner. This time it's going to be the near side.
Unbelievable. So close.
This one, it looks like they're going to line up to do it short again. They did do it short. White sends it into the box. Not able to control it. Atlanta City get possession. Now they work their way out.
So many chances there.
Try to give a little give and go. But Kalonji quickly attack. Here we go.
Oh, nice breakaway.
Opportunity for Atlanta City, and just able to get a foot in it.
That's an important interception there, because
what a great defensive play by Kalonji Pro Profile. Just to get enough of a foot in there to deflect that ball, keep that opportunity from Atlanta City ruining their chances to sneak out of this with the potential of a second place playoff position. A mistake by the Atlanta City defense.
Wow.
And they somehow, some way come out of that opportunity. That ball is just sent up into the air by Atlanta City, and it gets knocked out, and it's going to be a throw for Atlanta City. Again, we are live here at Shiloh Stadium, Snellville, Georgia. Last match of the UPSL Georgia Premier Spring Division. Spring season. It's Kalonji Pro Profile taking on Atlanta City FC. Kalonji Pro Profile with a 5-0 lead.
Looking for 6 here.
He's trying to make his way again like they do. They move from the outside to the center to try to take the shot. Slides it over. Right back in and cleared away by the defense. It's going to be a corner.
Clutch time there.
This is Kalonji's bread and butter. They move the ball from the wing into central part of the box to take the shot. This ball just sent all the way across the box, but Kalonji's still able to maintain possession. Whipped in. Sumo not able to get there with a header, and it's going to be called offside. Pavlotsky decides to just go ahead and hit it into the box anyways.
Yeah, you can pick up a card doing that kind of stuff.
Card on that.
Yeah. '83rd minute now. They need 2, KSA. And if Atlanta City can get 1 here, that makes a lot of difference.
Loses possession. Sumo with it. Moving on the right-hand side. He slots it over. Tried to get it to Watson. Just not able to do so. But able to get enough. There's going to be a foul. Amioko was looking to win possession so that they could attack. Not able to do so.
Oh, gets the yellow card.
Yes, he did get a yellow card. Actually, that is number 32, so that's not – who's 32?
I'm not sure what happened there.
22 is Amioko, but that is actually 32, and I do not have that, so I do not know who that is. I may have been calling incorrectly, but we'll just see how this game ends up, shall we? Boateng able to move that forward. A little bit of a give and go. Tries to send it central. Not able to get there. but they're still able to have possession. Kalonji moving central. He's able to work around a couple defenders. Shot taken. And it's just hit wide. That shot taken by Camden.
Couldn't quite keep that one down. So it's going to be getting a little bit more frantic for KSA now as they closing in on the 85th minute coming up here.
I think it's starting to be accepted by the Kalonji Pro Profile bench that they are going to have to be back here this weekend to take on North Georgia United.
Yeah, you got to wonder, you know, like you said earlier, this could be a factor in why the subs aren't being used.
Yeah, because I can see Grant Carr down on the bench. Here's an opportunity. Oh, the back of the net.
That.
Oh, it breaks the heart of Kalonji Pro Profile because they allow Atlanta City to get on the board late in this match. It is now 5-1.
Clutch goal there.
Right through that defense that we know so well. Look at this goal. Down the right-hand flank, he sends it into the box, right past the two defenders, right past Henry, into the back of the net, easy as you would like it, and it is now 5-1. Seal the deal for Atlanta United. You get the week off. Get yourselves ready next week as you will welcome the high seed of the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, I'm sure that they're shouting for joy a little bit in Atlanta United Academy.
And remember, one difference that you're going to see in the playoffs this season that you haven't seen in seasons prior is the home field advantage will be throughout the playoffs. Generally speaking, we would usually do the semifinals and the finals in a neutral ground. This season, we're not going to do that. We are going to go to the home field for those matches. So Atlanta United is going to have a home field advantage next weekend. Dalton United is going to have a home field match. Dalton United will play the low seed, being the first round, or the first team. Second team, Atlanta United, they will welcome the lower seed of week 1 playoffs. Who will that be? We will find out this weekend. This weekend, we'll see Kalonji Pro Profile welcome North Georgia United here at Shiloh Stadium. FC Birmingham will welcome Los Tigres, Club the Strongest, to Homer Smiles Stadium in Leeds, Alabama. Kalonji not giving up. They're still trying to get in there, still trying to score a goal. 87 minutes gone.
Stranger things have happened, Larry. You'll have to wait and see.
It's a big ask. You're talking 4 goals in about 4 minutes. Can happen, but it's a big ask. Atlanta City beginning to feel it late on in this match. What a ball! And he's onside. Henry with the save of the night. It took everything there because that would have really shut the door for any possibility for Kalonji Pro Profile.
Just a whisker away.
Down this right-hand flank. Just able to keep it in, but not able to get back in time to gain possession as that momentum took him all the way out of play. Hear the frustration from some of the Kalonji players as there's been a bit of a breakdown. You have to remember.
Yeah, I think that's that frustration as well.
Yes, we are. But you got to remember the majority of the players that we're seeing on the Kalonji side are not from the first string team. We're not, no Junior Sandoval, no Kamani Irving, no Grant Carr.
Yeah, we'll see them on the weekend, I'm sure. Here at Shiloh.
No Aquankoa. So they took it a little bit easy tonight. Still almost pulled off the 8-0 victory that they needed. And still put out a fantastic performance, 5-1. you still got to really give your hat off to Kalonji Pro Profile. They've played an immense game today. Just they had a lot to make up when it came to what the goal differential that they needed to pull off a victory and find their way into the second seed. But they're still into the playoffs. They still have plenty of time. Atlanta City whipped into the box, headed by Jules, but it's going to go out for a goal kick for Kalonji. Kalonji looked to take it quickly, but decided not to. And just a simple kick to the defender. Now they move up the right-hand flank.
We're in the 90th
into the
minute
90th minute. We'll see what they're going to do, and it comes in stoppage. We've had some substitutes for Atlanta City, nothing for Kalonji. We've had a few goals. We could get a minute, we could get 2 minutes. We had absolutely no extra time for the first half.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of stoppages.
And with
to
it,
warrant too much.
with it being already 5-1, we could just see them just call it a day at 90. Throw in for Kalonji Pro Profile, taken quickly by Boateng. Good turn. As we enter the 91st minute, still no notification from the fourth official. Center official has the field time. Our time and his time can be different, but we are getting near the end of this wonderful match. Again, if you've loved this contact, like and subscribe to the Atlantic Soccer Media Group channel. We bring you everything that is the UPSL in the Southeast region. Moving down the right-hand side again, Kalonji Pro Profile whipped it to the box.
Oh,
that one's going to
wow.
go easily into the back of the net. Caught the keeper completely asleep. He was expecting the ball to come across. It was hit with the outside of the ball, outside of the foot, and it just curves into the near netting, and it's going to be 6-1 Kalonji Pro Profile. Great little trick play there. You see this ball moving up the right-hand flank. Watson, just one time did he saw the keeper start to come out, and he is going to blow the whistle on that. So it ends here at Shiloh Stadium, 6-1 Kalonji Pro Profile over Atlanta City FC, but that does not give Kalonji Pro Profile the points that they needed to earn a first-round bye in the playoffs. That means that with being the third seed in the playoffs, Kalonji Pro Profile will welcome North Georgia United here to Shiloh Stadium this weekend. If we bring up the bracket, we will see that Kalonji Pro Profile, North Georgia United, FC Birmingham welcomes Los Tigres, Tigres really the winners of this spring season. They were a team that just a few short weekends ago were on the outside looking in the playoffs yet again, a team that has really been pushed by their parent club in Bolivia, wanting them to get to the playoffs. They ended up with a tie to LGSA, just a massive win over Atlanta Rovers 8-4, and then beat Atlanta City 2-1 to able to get their way into the playoffs. Atlanta Rovers absolutely just falling apart late in the season and lost 5 straight to end the season all the way out of the playoffs, when we together thought that Atlanta Rovers were going to be the regular season champs as they came in from the Regional Cup trophy champions against Los Tigres, and were just on a tear early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, back-to-back Regional Cup winners, and they looked set to finally make that push for a division title with everything that was set up. But much like what we saw with LGSA, the drop-off was immense, and it's still surprising how far both of those teams have fallen. And but it's a testament to how competitive this division is. And having Dalton United come up as a promoted team, winning the division, clipping Atlanta United Academy, who's always there, Kalonji always there, and so now we have the new players here. So, will the Cinderella story continue with Club the Strongest, and even don't count out Coach Goldfarb with FC Birmingham. These are all quality teams now, so anything can happen.
Coach Goldfarb and FC Birmingham, a little bit of heavy hearts late in this season as they lost their captain a few weeks ago with an ankle injury, and he's going to be out. More than likely, he'll be out all the way through the rest of this year, and he won't be back until probably spring 24 with that ankle injury. And you have Dalton United. We talk about them. They were able to tie Kalonji. They were able to beat Los Tigres. They were able to tie Atlanta United. They were able to beat North Georgia. They were able to destroy FC Birmingham early in the season. So they really feel like they have everything that they need to make it through the playoffs and into the national tournament. Because remember, once you enter the national tournament, you got to start right off the bat against Kentucky, Tennessee, which is no easy feat because those teams are here to play. One of those teams, more than likely, that they'll see whoever wins in Georgia. You're probably going to see a team like Beeman United, which is just an amazing team out of Tennessee.
Yeah, we got quite a rivalry now between the two conferences, and so these classic battles that are coming are going to be very compelling to watch. So I can't wait to see the start of the divisional playoffs now.
Once you make it to the national playoffs, whoever makes it out of Georgia, you know that you've got to take on Kentucky, Tennessee. If you make it that far, you got to take on Mid-Atlantic. You take it that far, you got to take on Florida. That's what earns you into the Final Four spot. So with that being said, we are all wrapped up here at Shiloh Stadium. Then that concludes the regular season for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. Kalonji Pro Profile 6, Atlanta City FC 1. That concludes this production of Atlanta Soccer Media Group. I've been Larry Weaver. He's been Andre Bomar. Krishna Bomar on the camera. We will see you in the playoffs. Have fun.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.